Hello everyone, welcome. Hope you are fine. This is your host Arfan, and today I'm here with an interesting Jamstack project. So today we will be creating a complete blog website using Gatsby.js and Sanity.io. So we will be using Sanity as a headless CMS and Gatsby to create our static site where we will source our Sanity data using GraphQL. So it will be an intermediate level tutorial. So if you wish to dive deep into Gatsby.js and Sanity.io, you are welcome to this tutorial. So now let me give you a tour what we are going to make in this project. So here you can see that this is the project, and if you can see this is the live URL, so you can actually preview this live website by going to this URL. The link will be in the description as well. So here in the project, as you can see that we have nice homepage first of all. So if I go and scroll down, here we have the featured blogs here. As you can see that all the featured blogs will be listed here, and after that top categories, and we have 3 top categories here. And also you can change any of these. You can actually make any of the blog post featured, or you can remove any of the featured blog post as well. So this is something I will show you inside the project. And also after that, if I go to the blogs, I can see all the blogs, and right now we have 3 blog posts per page. We did that intentionally because we want to actually show you the pagination. So that's why only 3 blog posts per page. So if I go to the next page, as you can see that we have perfectly working pagination here. And if I go to inside one of the blog posts, I can see this nice looking blog post, and we have the cover page for the blog post, cover image for the blog post, the title of the blog post, and the publish date, and the categories, as you can see that included in this blog post, and also the author of this blog post here. Inside the blog post, we can see we have header, we have normal text, we have custom code block. Custom code block. As you can see, we can add image, and we can do almost anything inside the block. So yeah, this is looking really nice. And after that, let's go to our categories. We will have these categories. As you can see that in this categories page, we will list all of the categories that we have in our project. As you can see that right now we have 3 categories per page, and if I go to the next page, I can see rest of them, which is these 2. And if I go to inside of any of them, let's go to the drone, I can see a single category page where we can see the category description and category cover image, and also list of blog posts which is included in this category, as you can see. And also if I go to development, let's go to here, like this one has 2 categories, as you can see that. So which means you can actually add multiple categories in a single blog post, which is really awesome. And if I go to the if I go to the virtual reality, I should see the same blog post because it is also added in these categories. So yeah, really nice thing, as you can see that. After that, if I go to the author, I can see all the authors, and if I go to individual author, I can see their name, their description, and also the list of blog posts which is created by them. So really awesome. If I go to another one, as you can see. And also we have a nice thing in this project, which is the search feature. As you can see that we have the search icon. If I click, it will open the search model, as you can see, and you can search anything here. So you can search blog, you can search category, you can search authors. So if I actually write the demo, so I can, as you can see that all the demo blog post is listed here. And if I search for something like that, as you can see that we have a category here, and also we have authors. So you can actually search anything. You can search blogs, you can search categories, and you can search authors as well. So yeah, as you can see that based on your search, it will be here. So this is really nice thing that we have here, and if from here you can directly go to any page. So yeah, really interesting thing. And beside all this thing, this whole page will be responsive, though we will not write any kind of CSS in this project. I already wrote all the CSS which is responsive, which will make this whole project responsive. So this is something extra which we will have whenever you will finish the project. You will also get this nice responsive view. Yeah, so everything will work fine as well here. So now what we are going to use or what we are going to learn in this project. So first of all, this whole project is based on React.js. So we'll write a lots of React.js code in this project. So after that, Gatsby.js. So in Gatsby.js, we'll use a lots of things. So let's actually see. So first of all, we will use a Gatsby plugin image to handle our image. We will see how to use static image and also Gatsby image. So Gatsby page. So we will see how to create normal page as well. We will try to create pages programmatically, which will be fun. And after that, Gatsby pagination. So this one will be interesting because here we will actually grab our data based on our pagination, means based on our page we will actually query our data. Yeah. So after that, we will actually have our Gatsby plugin local search. So using this plugin, we will actually add a search feature in our website. Yeah. So after that, we have the GraphQL. So we will write a lots of query in this project. We will actually use static query and the page query in this project. So yeah, a lots of things we will be using in this project, which is actually which will be coming from Gatsby.js. And after that, let's see what we will be learning in Sanity.io. So in Sanity.io, first of all, we will see how to create basic schema. So beside this schema, we will actually add custom blocks. So something like we will actually add a rich text block, which will be actually for our blog post, so that we can write our blog post. So yeah, this will be interesting. And beside that, we will actually see how to add custom code block in our blog post. So yeah, super interesting things. And beside that, we will actually customize our Sanity Studio. So yeah, lots of things will be here in Sanity.io. And beside that, we will see how to work with React portable text and Axios, stuff like that. Yeah, a lots of things we will be learning here. I hope you guys will like it. And finally, this is the repository for this project. Here you will find all the code and all the details for this project. So if you scroll down, you will see the readme. Here you will find all the details about this project, as you can see. So again, you will find the link of this project repository in the description. So go ahead and check it out. So that's it. I will see you inside of the project. If you are working as a web developer, you often need some third-party APIs to get the job done. Let me introduce you API Layer Marketplace. It is a marketplace with lots of high-quality curated APIs. Here in API Layer, all the APIs are thoroughly tested before they are added to the marketplace. So it is quite secure. Besides that, they have a nice documentation of all the APIs. They have APIs in a variety of categories. I personally like their AI and machine learning APIs. You can see these are some interesting APIs. So go ahead and check out API Layer Marketplace. Link will be in the description. Hope you will find some helpful APIs for your next project. So right now I am in the GitHub repository of this project. So you will find the link of this GitHub repository in the description. So come here in the repository, and after that we can actually go to our starter files branch. So in this branch we will find all the stuff that we will be using to start the project. So let's actually download this branch. You can actually come here and download the zip file. So I already downloaded the zip file. So here is the zip file and here is the folder. So let's actually rename this folder first of all. So now you can see that this is Tech Hub blog recording. So if I open this, as you can see, these are the all files, and you can open this whole thing in your Visual Studio Code. You can do the right click and open with Visual Studio Code, or you can actually drag and drop the whole folder in your Visual Studio Code. Both will open the project in your Visual Studio Code. So after that we can see all the folder and files, and let's see what we have here. First of all, .bs code, and after that settings.json. So these are some settings for the BS code, especially for ESLint and prettier stuff. So you do not need to worry about any of these. So after that we have our studio folder. So this folder is for our Sanity Studio, so we will get into it in a moment. And after that we have our web folder. This is for our Gatsby, so we will see it. And after that we have our eslint ignore and eslint.rc file, and also get ignore and all the basic stuff, I mean. And importantly, we need to open our package.json, because here we have all the dep dependency for our eslint. So in our root package.json, so this package.json is in our root, and we have two more package.json. In our studio we have one, and also in our web folder we have one package.json. So total we have three package.json files. So we need to install all the dependency from these three package.json files. So let's do that. So open your terminal, or you can use Visual Studio Code integrated terminal, so anything you like. And after that let's go to our folder. So this is the folder. I need to go to inside the folder, so cd tech blog recording. So right now I am in the root directory, so let's actually install the package.json from the root directory. So this is the package.json, as you can see that, which is in the root directory, and we can install all the packages from this package.json just running npm install. So once we do, it will install all the package.json dependency, means all of these. So let's wait for that. So once it is done, we need to do the same thing for our studio. So let's go to our terminal once again, and in this time we need to change our directory. So let's go to our studio folder. So right now we are in the studio folder, as you can see, and after that let's actually install all the package.json from this studio package.json file. So for that we need to run the same command, npm install, and make sure that you are in the studio folder. So it will install all the packages from this package.json, which is inside the studio folder. So once it is done, we need to go back in our root directory, and after that we need to go to our web directory. So let's go to our web, and right now I am in the web folder, as you can see. And after that we need to install the package.json from this web folder. So we have lots of dependencies and also a dev dependency as well. So let's actually install all of this. So for that, npm install. So as you can see that it is done. So now we actually done with all the package.json, and after that let's actually start our project. So now let's get started with the Sanity Studio. So in our studio folder we can see all the files for our Sanity Studio. But first of all, what we need to do is we need to create an account in sanity.io. So go ahead in www.sanity.io. So it is the website, as you can see, and from here you can create your account. So go ahead and create your account. I already have one, so I just can log in. So inside that you can see all your projects. So once you have an account in sanity.io, what you need to do is you need to actually install the Sanity CLI. So to install the Sanity CLI in your system, what you need to do is you need to write npm install global at sanity /CLI. So npm install -g at sanity CLI. So you need to run this command and it will install Sanity CLI in your system globally. So after that you need to log in once again using sanity login. So go ahead and run this command and log in with your Sanity credential that you used whenever you created the account in sanity.io. So once you do that, I will not run it because I am already logged in here. So once you do that, after that you need to actually go to your Sanity Studio project. So in this case, the project for our Sanity Studio is inside this studio folder. So let's go to our studio folder. So right now I'm in the studio folder, as you can see, and here we need to run sanity init and dash reconfigure. So this is the command, sanity init dash reconfigure, because we already have a sanity project and we just need to reconfigure the sanity project in this case. So once we do that, it will ask a bunch of questions we need to answer. So let's do it. Do we want to create a new project, or we can use any existing project? So in this case we will use a new project. So create a new project, as you can see. So select that, and after that you can name your project. I will use tag hub recording. So this is the recording, I mean tag hub blog recording. So this will be the project name, and after that, so here as you can see that it is asking for our dataset configuration. So dataset is basically, you can think it is a database, and for the name you can actually keep it production. So let's actually keep it production, and default configuration we can use Y. And after that, yeah, we are done. And here as you can see that we are done with the sanity configuration, and here we need to remember our dataset name. So if you used the default dataset configuration like I did, so the name of your dataset will be the production. As you can see, it is mentioned here. So you need to actually remember that. And once you do that, you can actually go back to your sanity.io and you can refresh, and you should see your project there. So here it is, tech hub blog recording, and you can open, you can see your all the stuff. And also inside the dataset, if you go to the dataset, you can see your dataset, which is the production. This is the default name that we used from our CLI. And also one more thing is your project ID. So you can see your project ID here. So this is your project ID. So these two things you need to remember. And let's actually come back. So now open your studio folder here, and you can find this .env.development.sample file, and you need to actually rename this. And let's actually delete the sample part. So we can actually delete this sample part. So it will be only .env.development. And if you open that, you will find these two stuff. As you can see that first one is the Sanity Studio API project ID. So let's actually go to our Sanity.io and grab our project ID and paste it here. And also we need to do the same thing for our production dataset. So we need to actually name our dataset, so you need to go to your project, and you can see that the name of the dataset is production, and I can actually write the production here, production. So this will be same for all of us almost, if you do not actually make your custom dataset. The default dataset will be always production. So once you do that, we are ready to start our Sanity Studio. So let's actually open it. So here in our studio folder, make sure that you are inside the studio folder. You can run npm start, which will open your Sanity Studio in a moment. So here you can see that Sanity Studio successfully compiled, and we can open the studio in localhost 3333. So let's actually open it. So let's say that a localhost So you can open localhost 3333 and it will open your Sanity Studio. And here you need to actually log in once again and make sure that you use the same stuff that you used in your sanity.io whenever you created the account. So I will use my credential here. And I am logged in. As you can see that right now it is empty, and I can see my my project name tech hub blog. In the next thing, what we'll do is we will create some schema and we will see it in the Sanity Studio. Well, this is the first video of the project and more video will come in, and I will add those video in the playlist. So check out the project playlist from the description and you will find all the project videos there. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Khuda Hafiz.